Good evening, everyone. Just realized it's Friday, so of course everything is slower. Um, but it's a good thing, You get the boys home from school, and then it's just kind of like we all have. Oh, it's Friday. We don't have to go anywhere else. Just gonna chill at home, and so yeah. I'm sorry I didn't get to do it a little earlier, but here we are, day 5 of the 30-day challenge that I gave myself of having a live video for 30 consecutive days. Um, so my name is Nicole Lasswell, in case you don't know who I am. I also call myself the Inner Peace Broker because I help my clients broker inner peace with themselves. I'm just a guide, but I get to be a witness to people finding those things that no longer serve them, letting them go, and making space for really cool things to appear in their lives. So today's topic, choosing everything in life, is the title I gave this video. And every time I do these videos, I always meditate and I connect, figure out what is the one thing that will really be of service for people watching the video today. And my husband and I go on walks every morning, and it is lovely because it is our time to connect. We do have, the 2 boys with autism, my mom who had a stroke. So we are caring for 3 people that can feel like they have a lot of needs. And so caregivers of special needs need to take care of themselves, because if they aren't okay, ain't nobody okay. And that's the beauty of what the boys taught me, really, how to find that for myself and apply it every day. So the practice is what it's become. Today's topic is about choosing, and it's really near and dear to my heart because I have this fantastic group of ladies that I am in business with. We call ourselves Soulful Awakenings Era, embodying radical authenticity. You'll see us at some point together. This will be, like I said, the podcasting room. The mics are going to come up and the conversations will be epic. So today is more like a little introduction onto what we've been doing. And again, it's everything I've been doing already. But when you have a fantastic community of ladies, men, whoever, fantastic community of people who understand how to create a life beyond expectations, is just, it becomes fun, especially now since we've had so many challenges happening with COVID and how to live life again. It's really interesting when curveballs are thrown at us. We're kind of in that shock moment of like, what do we do now? And that's a beautiful space to be in if you have the right mindset, right? So today's topic with choosing everything in life. The most important thing when it comes to choosing, I would say, is you have to be open. You have to be open to possibilities that you never even thought were possible or even existed. So how does that work? I have a photo here I got to show y'all. This is the photo of my husband and I when we got married 17 years ago this year. We were babies. Seriously, I was 22 and he was 23. We haven't really changed all that much, except Martin has a full-on beard now and he has a bunch of gray hair. 40-year-old man. Anyway, we met at a party that I was not planning on going to. And a friend of ours, his best friend actually, was the one who basically saw us in the rooms and pointed us in each other's direction. And he said, "Hey, what do you think of Puerto Rican over there?" And, he thought, "Oh, she's cute, but she's dating somebody." And his friend's like, "Oh, no, she's single now. Should go talk to her," or however he would put it, because he's a fantastic person. I just love that kid. And he came to me and he said, "Hey, what do you think of Beaner over there?" Beaner. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Who speaks this way?" I didn't really know him at the time. It's like, "You're nuts." I'm like, "He's cute, but I don't think he'll talk to me." Or whatever, self-esteem when you're 18, it's a work in progress. Anyway, he's like, "Shut up," and then he leaves and then he talks to him. Anyway, we end up talking that night, and it's like when you meet somebody that you didn't expect to meet, but you're open to whatever, you know. I was there at a party just to say hi to friends, was not expecting anything. I had just gotten out of another relationship, so I was like, no relationships. And my husband, or my boyfriend then at the time, was definitely not looking for a relationship. But it's like when you're just open to whatever, just to have fun, things happen. And so we ended up talking, and then from then on, we always say that we just never stopped talking, and that's truly what it is. It's one of those people that we learned how to balance each other. We basically grew with each other. He said something to me once that really helped me with the whole choosing bit. So once we chose to hang out with each other, because I remember that night a friend of mine had asked for shotgun after, because I was one of the few that had a car that hadn't had any drink, because I was really like, if I'm gonna drive, I'm not gonna drink. So I didn't drink that night, and I was at 3 a.m. I was asked to take a group of people back to college, back to campus, because it was a house party, of course. And so I took the first group, and I said, "Hey, are you gonna be here? I'll be right back," because I was super forward. It's still me. Like, it was me back then. It's still me now. It's just I have more self-confidence and self-love. I love myself now. So, but I really liked him. I was like, all right, he's cute. I'll be right back. Are you going to be here? He's like, yeah. So I take my yellow bug, take everybody to campus, come back, pick him up. And a friend of ours had asked for a shotgun. And I was just very straight. I was like, oh, no, Martin has shotgun. And she looked at me like, you're nuts. I'm like, no, it's just, he's going to talk to me. So sit in the back, drunkards. And we had the most wonderful time. So from then on, I just wanted to hang out with him tonight. And, oh, sorry. I started reading Leela's message. I'm sorry, Leela. Yes, exactly. Go have fun. Love will find its way. So when we just kept on talking, but we would have fights because we are very different people. He is a very strong, just quiet type, and I'm the very loud, dancey type, and Puerto Rican, and he's from Arizona, and he didn't, we were just trying to understand each other, but we would have fights, really pretty big fights, because of the cultural thing or the whatever thing. But I remember one time when he said, we're not going to do this on and off thing again like other couples do. Like, if you want to break up with me, we're done. And it really struck with me because I came from like the telenovela background, like, oh, he's going to get back together, and the drama. And that's familiar to me. So that's the thing about familiar patterns. You can either decide to go back into them, or you can choose to switch it and not do that. And the way he said it, and since I really liked him, I loved him. I think I loved him since I met him, been together for 21 years this year, married 17, and I still just enjoy hanging out with that guy. But it was one of those things where it was just a very obvious, he was setting his boundaries, and I understood it. And I knew what that meant. So I took it seriously. Okay, I choose to be with you. And then from then on, it was just a choice. And as I've been on this path of growing and healing and letting go of all the stuff that doesn't serve me, Martin has been on that path as well with me, which has been a huge blessing because we've both grown together and we have both been able to be space for each other, which means that he had the not so pretty moments and I was able to hold or be space around him when he needed that. And he has done that for me. So, but it became not a thing of sacrifice, because sacrifice is definitely something that we all have to do. But it doesn't have to have the energy of sacrifice. Instead, it can be an energy of service, or an energy of, I'm here for you because I want to be here for you, just as you have been there for me. I don't expect anything in return. I just love you so much that I want you to succeed and be happy. So he and I have had conversations about divorce too. It's not like we have decided to divorce or that ever actually went through our mind, but it came up in conversation because it was more of like, well, if you ever fall in love with someone else, or if I ever fall in love with someone else, do not try to keep me, and vice versa, which is a horrible thing to have to talk about, but it just came up in conversation. And I'm glad it did, because it allowed me the freedom to continue to choose myself in our relationship, and it allows him the freedom to choose himself in our relationship. So every day we get to, in essence, choose each other. Like, I choose to hang out with you right now because I really enjoy hanging out with you. And every day it's renewed. Whenever we don't feel like we're jiving all that great, it's all about honesty, because again, each of us is choosing ourselves, and we're doing this together. So we're not, it's two very independent people loving each other and hanging out and just having fun, which is what I wish and pray and hope for every single person out there. Hello, beautiful friend, Steph. Because this type of relationship, it's a choosing type of relationship where you're not expecting anything from each other. What I do is voice if I need help, and he voices if he needs help. But I also don't wait till he needs help. I also try to make sure that I'm there if he needs something. Like tonight, right? He's doing shower duty right now. And he's like, no, yeah, go do your video and I'll do this. And then vice versa. Sometimes it's the other way around. I'm like, yeah, no, you go out. I got the boys. It's all good. And that type of energy allows for so many other possibilities to show up, that then it creates families like ours. For example, now we're raising these two boys that can be challenging. And we talk about what do we need to do to help it make it easier for them. And choices again comes in. So what we try to instill in the boys is to motivate them to choose for themselves, because what we've noticed is that authority doesn't really work as well, because it can create resentment, just like it has on all of us. Basically, the resentment that I've seen in my own childhood, because it's interesting how we as children perceive a situation, and the same exact situation, how we perceived it as a child and what actually happened, and then the other adults or other kids that were involved. It's really interesting. And this is why I say, whatever you believe is what is. It doesn't matter what I say or what your mom said or anybody else says. If that is what you think, hi Christina, if that is what you think, that is what is. So this is why I always say, open yourself to possibilities first, so that you can see what other choices you can make. So with the boys, we still are their caregivers, and so we still have to set boundaries of care, like what's okay and what's not okay. But we can also set it up so that they can choose for themselves, so they are self-motivated. That is huge. You're not imposing your will on somebody. You're letting them have the choice to see what else is possible in their lives. So for example, I saw this fantastic parenting video, and it's basically, it's like ABA therapy. Steph is here. It's just positive reinforcement. We all work really well with positive reinforcement. But it's also self-motivation. It's what do you want in your life? So you look at the end result. So why do you want, for example, a fantastic partner? Because you feel like with that fantastic partner, you're going to have all the love that's been missing, or the support, or all these wonderful things. But what if you go back a little bit and you see that you already have all of that within you? And so it's like, how do you motivate yourself? Sorry, I'm getting all messed up today. How do you, to get to that end point, you have to be motivated enough to be that, to then be able to choose that with someone else. So if you want someone who supports you and loves you and gives you all the attention that you're hoping for, you have to do that for yourself first. So you have to find out what it is that will create all those wonderful, that wonderful life that you've always wanted to have. So you have to choose that for yourself first, but you have to see the possibilities first. So first, be open to what's available. and what's even unavailable, what you never thought possible. Like, get crazy in your thoughts. Like, what would this life feel like? And that, so this is very much the law of attraction kind of stuff, but a step further, because you're allowing it for it to come into you. Because sometimes we feel like we know what we want, and it's all choices are valid. I shouldn't say that, because every choice is going to give you an experience, and that's what we're here for, to experience life. It can just be a very joyful experience, or it can be a very painful one. You're always going to have the opportunity to turn anything into something joyful, sacred, beautiful. Even the hardest of hardships will give you the opportunity to see the beautiful joy that you're creating in your life. But at every moment, you have the ability to make a choice. So even in very difficult situations, you get to redirect that and change into something even more beautiful. And I think I just lost my train of thought today, so this is a fun one. But what I'm trying to say is, be aware of your choices. What are you creating in your life? And that's a hard pill to swallow at the beginning, because when you see something that you don't like, it's a little painful. But what's really cool is that you're so powerful that you can get yourself out of that by, again, opening up. And how do you open up to possibilities? I like to ask the question, universe, surprise me today. And that one's fun, because I play with the energy of, hey, what else is possible? That's another one, fun one. What else is possible? And then don't answer it. Just let it show up in your life. And then if it's something that you feel will bring you that joy, choose that for yourself. Then the next part, you're going to have, it'll build. It's a momentum thing. So you have to have the courage to move forward, and you have to be clear into what it is that you want to have. What's really cool, going back to the energy of when I met my husband, when I was 18, I've been together with him more than I've been alive. It's been wonderful. But I remember the energy of like, I'm just having fun, whatever. Yeah, I like you. And it was just a very obvious, like, yeah, I totally want to have more of that. And I didn't care if I was going to be humiliated or not liked or whatever. It was just, there was a level of energy that was higher than the one of like, oh, he might not like me or whatever. It was really interesting. So pay attention in your life to what you're doing when you're choosing. Does it have that quality, that energy of like, that would be joyful and fun? Anyway, it's a little later, so I didn't have the the energy that I had earlier in the afternoon, but I had so many things happening. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello, continue with my fantastic 5-day challenge. Yes, Christina, I love it. Let me find my way so I can help you find yours. Yes, absolutely. Find you first. Thank you, Donna. I love that you're here. Love yourself the way you love to be loved. That's number one. And that's what I think is one of the biggest aphrodisiacs for anybody. If you walk into a room loving yourself, it doesn't matter what you look like. This is one of my favorite things. I have seen people from all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, ages. Little kids, like they just radiate this energy. My youngest, it's crazy. They just walk in like they own the room. Nothing bothers them. And just, they're little lights that you just like, yes, I want to hang out with that, whatever that is, please. So call that into yourself and see what else pops up for you. All right, I should probably stop because we're at 19 minutes and I was trying to do the whole, 5-10 minute videos. It's okay. There's so much to talk about. But I'll see you guys tomorrow in my next live, because it will be day 6. If you don't catch me here, if you want to watch the video again, go to YouTube. I'll be uploading it right now. Search for Nicole Laswell. Like I say, subscribe to the channel if you want to know what else I put up there. If you miss the lives, they'll be over there. Hit the notification button so that you know that that I've uploaded my videos, and then like them, of course, if you like them. So have a lovely night, guys. I love y'all. Sending you so much love and light. God bless. Bye.